Well, hello folks, Chad here. I think I'm going to take advantage of the sun going down a little bit, sun going down, and do a little, what's month are we in? End of May garden tour. So I think we'll do that right now while the lighting is pretty good, and I think you'll see a lot of changes. Let's look, shall we? Let's start first with one of our containers that we planted up a couple months back. Look at that. These are mini Supertunias, the yellow, and then we have some super bells in the back, and then we have diamond frost euphorbia in the middle, and that is just absolutely beautiful on the drip system now, so that's even better. Gets watered on its own every day. And there's Molly the collie. Yes sirree, looking pretty. Now let's go on over to our other container we did at the same time. Once again, we have some mini Supertunias down at the bottom, the purple, bubblegum Supertunia at the top, and then creeping around the edge, little creeping Jenny. Creeper's gonna creep. That is super pretty. We had a storm, so the middle right there is a little bit messed up, but that's just, that'll recover very quickly. Let's continue. Move around to the fairy garden. Now, these are, of course, our drift roses. These are not impressive yet because they're growing, but I will show you what is impressive. And that is all of this new growth that has popped up since the last flush. These are basil breaks, they call them. See all the new growth. It's not rose rosette or anything. That's new growth. Look at all those buds just waiting to open. See that big cane going down there all the way down towards the ground? That's really what you want to see. It means these roses are super, super happy. Now, the sweet drift here on the front is not in bloom yet. It's still got a few days, but just like last time, the apricot drift, which I have not cleaned up, I never actually cleaned them up. And so I need to just deadhead, you know, the little dead ones right there that are spent. And I'll do that after this flush and really kind of cut them back just a little bit. They're already going back in bloom. We also have our newer one that we planted from a pot that sat in a pot all last year. It's doing well. Our rose trees. Now these will not look quite as good in the hot weather as the drift roses will. Drift roses don't care. These ones get a little bit different. Now, I didn't cut these back. I really should have trimmed those up. So they're a little bit thin, but that's okay. They'll be fine. And we'll do that after the next flush. But man, look at that. I mean, even with just one row starting to get in bloom, and then the trees in bloom, still looks pretty. Now let's go back behind here and look at these up close. So we got our two hibiscus, and this is the only one I think right now with a big flower open. Very pretty. Look at that. Got the little red dots on the front and everything. That's so cool. And then this one's finally getting in bloom. Let's move over a little. This was our purple pink basket that is just finally starting to get some blooms. It's kind of just in between when I first planted it. It's all super bina, different varieties. I'll see if I can find it and put it on the screen. So we got two different ones. We got the ones with the pink, purple, and white, and then the pink, white ones. We got this longer one, which I'll try to put that name up there too, because I don't remember it off the top of my head. That's something new I'm trying. And somewhere in there, right towards the front, we've got some of the Supertunias as well. That's super, super pretty, and it's just gonna get prettier as more blooms open up. So as we go from here, let's kind of walk backwards a little, see our other containers. This one's starting to fill out. That's our Magic Show White Wand in the back. And then we've got our Lemon Slice Super Bells in the front. Simple, but effective. Really going cray-cray. Love it. Now, one of my disappointments here, and you all can tell me in the comments what you think. This here, the White Frost Euphorbia is doing great. All these aren't super bells, they're not proven winners, but they're the I think Monrovia versions of them. They're doing really well. So far, no complaints with those. All these things are watered every day and then fertilized once a week. Now this clematis is not doing anything. It finishes blooms and now it's just kind of paused. It's not growing taller. I thought it would. Maybe I have to trim it, like like deadhead all this stuff, and maybe that'll do new growth. I don't know. If not, I got something to replace it though. Some denim and lace Russian sage right there in the top that will replace that possibly. So let's keep looking. As we move over, got this lovely crepe myrtle, dark leaves with a reddish tint to them, and then right over here on the end, these things, Daisy May by Proven Winners. These blooms last a long time. This is my first time using these. Still got a few to open up, and now look at that. It's like a wall of color. That is so awesome. Love that. Right over there, we got the Russian sage we're gonna be planting up soon in one of the flower beds. Just a hardy perennial, doesn't need a whole lot. All right, so let's go reverse here. Now we've got transplanted some of these that were in some containers, that's been in containers for the last year and a half, and they were suffering, but now they're all living the good life. Look at that, lots and lots of blooms on these right now. And that's the cool thing, is all our other daylilies are done, so now all of these yellow ones are starting up and right in the prime of their bloom. These are the ones that were really sad in the little small plants. Now they're got a new lease on life. Try not to trip over stuff while I'm walking. And don't forget, got another crepe myrtle there. These are the ones that are spent, daylilies. Got our abelia. And here's another highlight. Go first here. This one's looking beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Supertunia bubblegum. Back here, Whiteout Superbena and the Supertunia bubblegum are both doing really well together. Remember, those started just like 3 or 4 right on the edge, and now they've all come over almost halfway now. So good. And what do we got here? A little hard-working spider. And our cat's meow right on the in there, kind of being squished. Oh well, I'll put those out in the landscape eventually. All right, let's keep it going. So those are our spent daylilies. Some more abelia. Got those sweet drift roses right out here. Once again, those are kind of in between blooms. You can see all the new growth though, all that red. Replaced our grass here with a new one. That's some lavender. Our olive tree is still bent a little bit, got to reshape it, but it's not touching the ground anymore, so it's slowly straightening up. Over there at the island, we actually chopped up some of that and underbrush and planted a weeping willow. We'll do an up close on that in another video. There's another one of these Supertunias. Now, let's go over to some of my favorite areas. We did have a storm, so we still got a little bit of cleanup there. Our things are broke, we got to replace. That one started leaning a little worse. Pulled the whole thing. That thing's way in the ground. All right, first, let's just kind of get a back view here. Look at all that color. Oh yeah. You've got your daylilies here in the front. Got your butterfly pugster, Proven Winners pugster stuff. I think purple and pinker and white. Got your hanging baskets. Oh, look at these up close. Angel trumpets survived the storm, even though they got flipped over again. Sunshine ligustrum down there under them. Now let's look at this. That's awesome. Supertunia bubblegum, of course, that came back from last year. Look at all these mini Supertunias. They're just mixing nicely. Yellow and the purples, love them. Starting to hang down a little bit too down there at the bottom. So these Supertunias here take all the beating of the wind and have kind of protected these. So that's good. I'm just glad they didn't get destroyed during the tornado weather. And now, because it's getting dark, these butterfly bushes are not going to have all the butterflies going crazy on them. And it's hard to get it during the brightest part of the day just because it's so bright. But they have just had, 30 or more butterflies on them at a time all day long until it gets this time of day when things slow down. Awesome, awesome. And then as soon as these are spent, we'll just deadhead them and new growth will come out, and they'll do this the rest of the summer. There's our Julia Childs rose, just starting to get some new growth there. All these abelias, our crepe myrtle's getting a few blooms there at the top. Here's our double doozies, or double play doozies. You can see here, that's spent, some new growth, and new growth coming out. So eventually we'll have some more blooms. I'll clean these up as well. A lot of new growth on this one. All that dark leaves are new growth. Another one. Once again, love this. I always forget what it's called, but I'll put the name up there if I remember. Look at that red color with everything on the background, the other kind of colors. And this little thing that was dying is doing good. Savannah Girl. We got our Wigilia, or Wigilia, however you say that, Wigilia. Looking great. And we have the dancers. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na. Angel trumpets recovered. Right here we've got whatever that is. I don't even think I've done a video of this yet when you watch this, but got a little bird cage things. Those aren't filling out quite as big. Those were very small plants when I got them. They're growing a little bit, but not as fast as usual. So look at all this. Come around to this corner. Look at this bright yellow, man. Whew, bright yellow. All right, let's take a look right here for a second. First, this Sweet Alyssum, doing well. This is the one that didn't get eaten by all those little beetles. Flea beetles or something like that. Anyway, had to put some 7 dust on these and saved them. The other ones are almost completely destroyed. Look at this. Lovely, lovely. This is the ones that came back from last year. It's just kind of a mixture of everything. There's actually a pot up under all that. Then look at them growing on the wall. And they get water as it drips down off of here, so I'm just leaving them. They look kind of neat. These are mostly getting spent on the cascading Fairy Trail Bride hydrangea, but we do have some new blooms that are going to be coming out soon as well. So excited for that, and a lot of new growth on those. So those are going to go in the ground soon. Another one that came back from last year down there. Look at that. Beautiful. Just a couple plants there. Here's the one I was talking about that got eaten overnight almost by these beetles that just swarmed it. That's the only one that's alive now, is that one in the middle. So probably end up redoing that one. And I really like this Black Eyed Susan vine. That's its nickname, of course. And you can actually buy these from seed, like at your box stores or wherever. So you can just do seeds from these. We got them as small plants and they have went insane. I'm using them just like the other annuals in containers, watering them every day. They do need some water, and fertilize them once a week. But that is beautiful. Just more of these sunshine ligustrums everywhere. Japanese maple doing really, really well. There's that tree we made into one main branch coming up, our crepe myrtle. And then we've got our hydrangea section. So you got the bright yellow sunshine ligustrums in the back, and then we've got little quick fire panicle hydrangea, proven winners. About to finally get a bloom on that one. This, look at that. Incredible, incredible. And it is beautiful. I did not see this in the last couple days up close, so wow. Let me stop the video and take a picture of that. Hold on. And magically I'm back after taking a picture. And then we've got the same quick fire hydrangea over here. This looks beautiful. All those look really good. Just gonna look awesome. And we get into our loropetalum, dwarf loropetalum, thankfully. Still haven't dug them up, but I need to. They're still in a pot up under there, and it's keeping them from spreading so far. Our Mexican petunias. Butterflies do love them though. Now we're in the back part, final part of the tour. Some dwarf loropetalum again. This is the one I got at Lowe's for half price, and it is doing great. A gardenia tree form. Smells so good. I think it's got a few more blooms to come out too, so just a few more, not many. It's almost done. Look at all that yellow just glowing, glowing. And then we've got several different kinds of gardenia. Let's see what this one is here. Jubilation gardenia, jubilation. And then that's the jubilation back there, and this one right here. What was that? Echo Heaven Scent gardenia. Has a little bit different flowers. Still smells really good too. Little grass has the little blooms on it. Awesome. And then we've got our hydrangeas. They are really getting some hot weather, but they are holding on, and they're getting some new growth on them. Look at that. And I think once it has a growing season, they usually adjust pretty good. I think we're gonna be good there. Now, getting up here to our evening primrose, which is starting to put on its height, which means all of these are gonna be blooming in a few more weeks. And we'll do a video of that. And at my dad's place, he's got a whole row in his garden planted with those, so there'll be lots. And I'm not even sure what this is. I think it's some kind of limelight hydrangea. We're gonna have to see and wait for it to bloom. But this is the one that was almost destroyed by the dogs running over it. Now it's in its new spot and doing well. And then you see all the yellow behind everything. Our crepe myrtle. And then last but not least, we've got a lot of daylilies all blooming all at once. And Molly the collie as well, who looks like she has not, I don't think she took a bath in the pond. So that's good. Now, I leave you all with the sunset over the pond. So that is the very end of May garden tour. We'll get another video in June when the flowers are at full flush again, and see how they do with zero deadheading this past time. So don't forget, if you like the video, hit like, subscribe, share it with your friends. We'll see you real soon with more videos. So long from Crewsville Adventures. Bonus feature, forgot about this part. Look at that. Just a different angle, but looks really good. especially that little random bottle down there. That is actually our vinegar and salt solution for weeds around the cracks in the pool.